welcome out to the
Death
Battle Cast.
Don't just spring that shit on us.
Episode like 103 or whatever.
Yeah.
We've never done that before.
Let's do it.
Oh, we gotta change it up every so often, Ryan. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck you, Ben.
Hey, I'm Ben. I'm the voice of Wiz.
Goddamn. Every single week. Just read the
That's
screen.
Nick.
Hi.
I'm Sam.
That's Sam. That's Chad.
Hi, Chad. I play Boomstick.
You guys should say your name so that people watching the
All right.
audio version,
People watching the audio.
listening to
Watching
the audio version
version.
knows
Watch it.
who's
For
what.
For those of
whatever.
you who can see sound, my name is Nick.
And my name is Sean, and I'm a writer on Death Battle.
There you go. Good.
Yay,
Got it there.
we did it.
I already did mine, but since the camera's
You
on me,
mumbled
hi,
it.
I'm Chad again, and again, I play Boomstick.
Oh my goodness, is that the incredibly famous Chad James?
The world famous. Come on.
All right,
We're
thank
already in
you.
a bad mood.
Thank you.
A dad mood.
I'm just tired.
Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. So we'll have an awesome deal you can get with them later on in this show. So
Sweet.
Stick around for that.
Yeah.
So how you guys doing?
Good, man. I'm
Still recovering from Extra Life?
Yes.
Chad?
I'm still tired. Like, for those that don't know, I talked about it last week, but Extra Life is our 24-hour charity marathon where we put our bodies through hell for your entertainment in hopes that you will donate to a good cause, which was the Extra Life and Children's Miracle Network, and specifically we were donating to the Dell Children's Hospital. It's right around the corner from the Rooster Teeth offices. Yep, did the full 24 hours.
Human battery.
That's what people keep throwing out. What's crazy too is like, I didn't even have an energy drink. I was like, I'll have an energy drink when I start to get tired because I didn't want to do it ahead of time because I didn't want to crash.
There's a threshold that once you pass it, you're pretty much good forever, or so you think.
Yeah, and I only
it feels?
Yeah, I only started to get tired at like 6 in the morning, and I was like, all right, I don't need to have an energy drink now. There's only 2 more hours left, and also I want to be able to sleep when I get home.
Well, and also you're one of those people who alcohol gives you power.
It does.
For some reason. Where I fall asleep
Yeah.
after enough beers, you're just like, 2 a.m.? God, Texas is weak. We should stay out till 4.
Yeah, what's great, Sean's wife is the same as me with alcohol, so like, whenever we all get together, Lauren and I are like, yeah! And then Sean's just like, God damn it. And, like the other night, we were at Brian's housewarming party or whatever, and like, I just grab Lauren and I just go, hey Sean, we're doing shots. And then he's just like, no.
Damn it, like, we're never gonna go home.
I know, and you were trying to leave and we made it take longer. It was fun. But it was really cool. We managed to raise, I mean, you guys watching managed to raise over $1.4 million for charity in 24 hours.
That
which
is nuts.
insane.
Like, last year was 1.2 million. When this year was a goal of 1.25. I was not expecting it to be crushed that much.
I know,
That's such an awesome job by the community.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And we still have some merchandise up. You can go to store.roosterteeth.com. Any of the Extra Life merchandise, we have pins, shirts, a poster. Any of that, like 100% of the profits go directly to charity. So that number's still kind of adding on. Jeremy did a stream for Spyro and raised like 60K.
Ow.
Crazy.
Yeah, and so we were still going. But yeah, it was fun. I got a tattoo. Just when I went, sorry.
Cool.
So yeah, I did that on screen.
What is that from? You mentioned it was from like
Yes.
a novel or something like that.
It is from Stormlight Archive,
God,
which is, you guys know I'm a huge fan of Brandon Sanderson. I've talked about him a few times
he's
on
a
the show.
nerd.
I am. I'm
We're
a
all
big fan of
Wait, I was gonna say,
Like,
how was he
all
work
you
for
hear.
Death Battle this one?
Yeah, so like I know I've always wanted to do like a whole thing that incorporates many different like fantasy things that have inspired me. So yeah, this is the very beginning of that. I'm pretty stoked about it. That was Kappa Tattoo. They came out and donated their time and their materials to do tattoos for some people on the stream.
but Chad,
So-
there's a problem.
What?
Isn't that tattoo supposed to go right here?
Depends.
Right there.
It doesn't always go there. See, I don't want to spoil anything for it because people should really, really check it out. You think,
Why didn't you just put it right there?
Because that would be bad. I don't want a forehead tattoo.
What kind of tattoo?
But
would
not
you get?
everyone.
I was gonna say Post Malone's
No.
doing it, right? So,
Yeah, just get it all over.
yeah.
No, I'm good. This is gonna do the arm. We'll do that.
Just keep it wholesome.
I really want to know what kind of tattoo Ben would get if.
Me too, Ben. What tattoo would you?
Never really thought about getting a tattoo. What
You
kind of
haven't?
tattoo?
You think you do something Star Wars
What'd I
related
get?
or Sonic related?
No, I'm not.
Not like a Sonic ring?
No, get like
just a
a
ring?
Yeah.
get like a tattoo. You know how Sonic has the tummy? and just get
Just like around here.
it's a giant oval on your torso.
Oh man.
And speed lines on the side.
I look completely normal, but then when we go to a swim, a swim party, whatever, a pool party, just take off the shirt. There's just this
this
big
sock.
oval.
I was thinking way more like you want to surprise like a Tinder date.
Sure,
Things
yeah,
go
if it
well,
wants
be
to
like-
get even more awkward, it's a personal thing. Yeah.
Listen,
I have a tattoo.
gotta go fast.
And you look at the back, and there's the like.
The spines.
Yeah.
How would you even do that?
It would just be like horizontal.
It would look like a bunch of
flat.
shark fins.
Horizontal. I was gonna think that shark fin's pointing down, but it's horizontal.
It just looks like
Man.
shit.
This is rough. I think like the ring you could get away with because then like it doesn't inherently mean Sonic. Like some people be like, oh, nice halo
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and then
You just get a gold ring, kind of.
Yeah.
It's
Feel
a
that'd be a
circle
little boring,
inside of
but-
a circle with some yellow.
not.
Boring. All right, no, I want to hear then. 'Cause, like, it's like if I'm gonna
Well,
do
like,
this, I
there's
want to
the cool,
spice
like,
it up.
original thing that it's not quite a tribal tattoo kind of thing, but like it has that same kind of vibe if you just look at it and you don't know what it is.
Yeah, and that's why I went with it because it means a lot to me. For one, now look for Extra Life. It's a fantasy series I care about, and then
It looks like a tattoo.
And the tattoo, the glyph
Like it's meant to
in
be
the
a
actual
tattoo.
series does get tattooed on people, and there's a meaning for that. So it's all those elements. But at the end of the day, yeah, it just looks like a just kind of cool looking artwork.
And getting a ring could just look like some kind of weird birthmark. Like it just got an
No,
oval
you got
on
it
my
really
arm
small.
for some reason. If it's a big ring, that's kind of weird though. Like I just got this giant ring on my arm.
Yeah.
Or the
It wraps
should
around
get-
your whole arm. It doesn't.
You
look
should
like
get all the
anything.
emeralds.
It's
You
like
should
these
have just
two-
like emeralds falling
Chaos
down your
Emeralds
arm.
are kinda
All the
cool.
chaos
Yeah,
emeralds.
Chaos
That would
Emerald
be
is sick.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, what kind of tattoo would you get? Let us know in the comments below. Unfortunately, not the chat because we aren't live right now. We are actually pre-recording this because
What?
Thanksgiving is fucking everything up.
Yeah.
But so if you're in the chat right now, if you're a first member live in the chat right now, that's awesome. Hope you guys are having a good time in there. We unfortunately can't join you right now, so we miss you, but we love you.
I mean, you can
Next
post
week
in the
will be
chat. We're
pre-recorded
just
as
not
well.
going to do anything.
Yeah, we're
about
just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I was gonna. We might be in there, like posting to ourselves.
That's true.
It's kind of funny.
Okay, yeah.
Ben talking to Ben.
We
Hey, Ben,
could
stop
just
fucking up.
pretend that we're live on
Yeah,
the
we can just
chat.
lie to
Yeah,
you.
I'm totally in the chat right now.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I'd love to know what kind of tattoos you guys would like.
Or what tattoo, more importantly, what tattoo Ben should get.
Yeah.
Aside from the Sonic one, that's already a given.
Specifically the oval one.
Yes.
Obviously,
The
that's on
Sonic
the list.
tummy tattoo.
really
It's
like-
number one on the list.
Tummy tat. I'm gonna put that on the wheel next year, Ben.
No,
Oh, man.
I legitimately kind of want to stop talking about it because I know the more I talk about it, the more chances there are that it's going to have to be a thing.
What makes that one weird is for that to look like anything Sonic related, you'd have to get blue everywhere outside except for the arms and legs and face. So you could, if you wanted to tattoo yourself
Okay.
to look just like Sonic, you would have to look like a complete and total freak.
Just like Sonic is.
Yep.
Sonic is.
I
But
just
no,
keep thinking of Tobias Funke.
I know, right? Me too. But the stream was a lot of fun. If any of you guys came and watched, spread the word on social or donated, thank you guys so much. It's a really good cause. Let's see, Nick, did you have fun? You got,
At Extra Life?
yeah, you got to do some
Yeah,
stuff.
I got smacked in the nuts.
Yeah, you did.
Machine designed for that very purpose.
Yeah, that was your
which
first
we, for
time on the
some reason,
pommel horse,
have.
wasn't it?
It was.
We have that because back when we first did like the game show thing with Game Attack, we had like a fly swatter with a leather flap at the end, and it just didn't work well. It sucked, and I found the sticky note. I still have it. For last year's Extra Life, I just drew a very rudimentary sketch of what I was thinking on a sticky note, and I took it to Travis in the art department. I was like, I'm thinking like 2 things of wood, and we suspend an exercise band, and then we hook it down, and they have to stand over, and it goes up. And he built the pommel horse came from that dumb little sticky note. So
Nice.
it has fan art now. Somebody drew like really imposing fan art of the pommel horse, like from a low angle.
man. Oh my God.
It's awesome.
I need to see that.
But
Yeah.
I got to do a penguin spaghetti slide at Extra Life.
you committed, man. You went all in.
It was very cold outside.
It was
The high was 50 or
and that-
something like
A
that.
cold
today.
front had just come through like the previous, like over the week or something like that. So it was
Yeah.
way colder than it had been last year.
Yes, and that came with a new surprise. So we always have like the paintball wall, and like I get shot a bunch every year, and it's not a big deal. I got shot 6 times at once, right? And I was just, after it was over, I was like, I don't know what happened, but that hurt like a million times worse than it ever had before. And then we realized it was because we left all the stuff outside and the paintballs had started to freeze. So they were like rock hard. So like I have a huge ass bruise on my shoulder. You can kind of see that. I've got a bruise here and here and here, and oh man. So that's like the right arm and that stuff. And then I found out that our tase fist, which we basically have brass knuckles that are also a taser, the prongs.
It was on the show before.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we tased
we
each
brought
other.
tasers, but they got a new one for Extra Life.
The rod.
No, like a new tase fist.
Okay.
And so what I found out was that it stabs you.
Oh.
Wait,
It's a nice
what?
new feature.
You see those
This
marks?
new one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got home, and then April's like, "What's up with your arm?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I was looking at it, and I was like, "You know, those are about as wide as the prongs on that tase fist." And I was like, "I did get hit there a bunch of times." And then I was like, "Wait, I had to do it for my leg for a while. Let me see." Yep, it's the tase fist because it had the same
Oh
thing.
my God.
So it's fun.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a little different from old Taste Fist.
Yeah, I know, right? New one's hardcore.
It directly injects the electricity into you.
Yep. Is that still over here?
Hey,
Please say no.
Yeah, don't do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah, they totally just said no. It's definitely not here.
Oh, Achievement Hunter took it back.
Good.
course
Yeah,
they
that's fun. And Nick, props for going down that spaghetti slide. That thing smelled awful.
Oh my God.
I couldn't smell anything. I think because it was so cold that my nose was, it's a little bit stopped up.
It did you a favor because
Yeah.
I was.
Everyone was talking about how
expecting.
badly it smelled, and I felt like I was the only one immune to its spaghettiness.
I was at the end standing with a bunch of uncooked old hot dogs in one hand and catching people full of spaghetti with the other. So it just stunk horribly. It was terrible.
When I went back and watched the replay, I saw all of us went for the same hot dog. We all,
Yeah, I
we all
know.
shared a hot dog.
I know.
I didn't realize that in the moment.
Yeah, for some
But-
reason, a couple of hot dogs were hung like really high up, where there was no way for anybody belly sliding
Yeah.
to reach. But whatever.
Whatever.
Everybody got a hot dog in some way, or a piece of a hot dog.
We all got the hot dog.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
The hot
So yeah, if you haven't seen that, do we have clips of that?
There's a highlight
highlight
reel
reel.
up on the Rooster Teeth YouTube channel that you can check out. And I think it's still archived on the Rooster Teeth Twitch.
Awesome.
So you can go check us out. There's a lot of wacky things. A bunch of people brought their A game, and there was just there was a D&D segment. We had the Harry Potter trivia where Chris Damaris is the world's best
Snape.
Snape.
Yeah.
So good. And Todd was Voldemort. He did an amazing job.
Best
I was gonna say-
Voldemort,
I
too.
was gonna say the Voldemort, and then ending up on the Bob Ross hour. Was
Oh,
like
they
the-
both stayed in character
It
and
was
kept
so
popping up and
good.
stuff. It was hilarious.
I loved coming back after a while and seeing the Bob Ross thing happening, and then I'm just like looking down the line and seeing who's there, and on the end, it's just the Dark Lord, painting a picture with Bob Ross there. And as they're showing their pictures, I said out loud, I hope his is a picture of like a dead Harry Potter or something like that. And he turns around and it says, "Die Potter, die," and it's a little crappy Harry Potter like being killed.
so good.
Dream fulfilled.
yeah,
Good time.
Really, really good time.
There's a lot of really, really cool stuff. Broadcast, man, started. It was like, oh, look,
there
we
it
got the
is.
spaghetti slide. Is that?
I think it's Mary.
That one's Chris.
Yeah, that's
No, was it
Chris.
Chris?
Yeah, I think I was right before Chris. he had a
That
bad.
last hot dog. Oh my God, it was disgusting.
Yeah, it smelled awful, man.
But yeah, I remember. So our goal was 1.25, right?
Yeah, $1.25 million what we're hoping to raise this year.
There was a point when we got to like 700K where I think it was Jack just decided to say, screw it, let's go for 1.5. It was like, oh, it's a little early to start, dumping that big of a goal out, right? And then we ended up with almost that much, and it's still going,
Yep.
which is crazy to me.
And
That's
spaghetti
awesome.
slide.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, if you guys want,
I
you
almost-
can still contribute.
I almost ate it. Not the hot
I
dog,
lost.
but like fell off. Yeah, that was a good time.
Good.
Good time. We'll do it again.
I didn't realize you bowed. I couldn't see it from there. That was a lot of fun.
I gave you a hug too.
Yes,
after
you did.
everybody
Oh,
else.
you came running. I know, and I should have saw that coming. I don't know why I didn't. I did the same thing with like when I slimed Katie last year. She ran up and hugged me, and I was like, I should have seen that coming, and I still didn't.
Continue to not see it coming. It makes for good entertainment.
Anyway, we are supposed to also talk about Death Battle.
And that's why Master Roshi is in Death Battle.
You think Master Roshi would have done the spaghetti slide?
Hell yeah,
Of course he would.
he would have killed it.
Yeah, probably. Master Roshi's crazy.
Especially if you put like a girl in a skirt at the end.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for you to mention that point.
Sure thing.
That's true.
It is his weakness.
It is his greatest weakness.
Cannot help it.
which, if you haven't seen it yet, we did release a preview for the Master Roshi Rundown this week, and that episode's coming out in 2 weeks from now, which is going to be awesome.
Week after Thanksgiving.
Yes, Luis and a bunch of animators have been working on that fight. It is almost 4 minutes long, I believe.
It is a long one.
It was such a, without getting into spoilers, it is such an interesting fight because neither character is truly just super brute force all the time. Especially Jiraiya, who's very much about traps and being sneaky and leading the opponent into situations that would put them at a disadvantage. So it is a very different kind of fight than what we usually do, which is going to be fascinating to see what you guys think about it when it airs in 2 weeks. So I'm really excited for it. And something that we found that I'd always wondered why Roshi never flies. You guys ever wondered about that?
Yeah.
He doesn't ever fly, it seems. Turns out he just can't. It's the one thing. He's the one character of the whole group who just can't fly.
Was he? I thought he could fly, but he chooses not to.
He doesn't. He doesn't fly. There's a scene in Super, right when he's training for the Tournament of Power, where he's at Korrin's tower, and like there's this big dramatic moment where he's like, I'm going off to save the universe, and he stands on the edge, and he's about to go off, and then he stops and goes, oh shit, I can't fly. What am I doing? And I was thinking about it because I was like, why can't Roshi fly? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Videl can fly.
Right.
Why can't Roshi fly?
Yeah.
And I think I figured it out. It's flight on Earth, at least in the Dragon Ball universe, is a crane school technique. That's his rival. So he just doesn't do it because it's not a turtle school technique. All of his students have betrayed him, like totally backstabbed him
Listen,
and used a crane.
I would absolutely do that. If it's just like, you got to go to another school to learn flight, I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just telling you now. Like,
Who doesn't want to fly?
Yeah.
That's everyone's dream.
Roshi's the one character who's like, nah, it's not really that cool.
He's a little too proud, I'd say.
Yeah,
Imagine
a
how
little
much
bit.
cooler he would be if he could.
But I mean, he's a cranky old man, so of course he would be the one who's like, I'm not gonna learn how to fly. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm too
What if you
old.
told him that there was just like thousands of babes in the sky, and
Then
the
he'd
only way
do
he
it.
could get there
And
was
he learned how to fly.
he'd do
Would he
it.
betray his own school?
He'd probably just learn it on the spot right there.
Yeah.
Like he'd just do it. He probably knows to some extent. He
What?
just doesn't do it.
He just goes.
I was gonna say is like
I can't imagine he doesn't know, not know how to.
right, exactly. It's got to be more of a conscious decision of like, well, that's that other school, so I don't participate.
Exactly. It was just such a strange like thing for me for a long time and kind of figuring it out. That's one of the things about Death Battle that's fascinating to me is like always learning new things about characters that, we all think we do know.
Yeah.
But there's always some little things about these characters that we end up learning that we never expected we would ever learn about them. And going into the Roshi research, because there are instances where it seems like he knows how to fly, where he's like jumping around through the air. And it's like, well, he wouldn't be able to do that unless he flew, right? But all Dragon Ball characters are crazy like that. Even before they knew how to fly, they were bouncing around in the air.
They were basically.
Yeah, and then there's another moment where he's like possessed by a witch lady, essentially. Long story short, and he kind of flies, but it's not clear whether or not that's his power, it's her power, and whatnot. So there's lots of debate to be had, but there is literally a scene where he says that he can't fly. So kind of locks it down.
Got to take him on his word.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's kind of an interesting thing. So we'll have more about that and plenty of revelations about both characters in the full episode. But very excited for that.
50.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's time to find out.
no, it's not.
No, it's not time to find out. It's time to find out.
Time to find out.
About Squarespace.
That's right, Ben. You totally were saying that.
That's exactly what my whole goal was.
Listen, so obviously what we do, we do a lot of stuff online. That's like our entire business. And we've kind of done it all. We've done merchandise, we've done events, we've done video content, a million, and game publishing. And it's really important to have a good website when you want to do that stuff. And I know you guys probably have dreams or been thinking around about that idea or that website or that thing you always wanted to do. And so we're going to tell you about Squarespace. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. You can create a beautiful website with their all-in-one platform and their beautiful designer templates. Their award-winning templates make creating a powerful online identity even easier. Each template is a starting point for a wide range of projects, whether you're pursuing your side hustle or promoting your main gig. Squarespace also provides award-winning 24/7 customer support via live chat and email, so you can also attend a live webinar or check out their always available help guides. So it's also really important. They make it super easy to use. You have questions, you can easily reach out and get some help with that. But then also they have some great marketing tools. For example, they have more than 30 starter layouts to choose from, and you can announce a product, send an invitation, or share updates with your subscribers and customers. Email campaigns are easily accessible and can be made anywhere. Create a campaign, save drafts, reuse layouts, review performance metrics, and more from your desktop, phone, or tablet. So it's super simple to set up and transfer your current domain with Squarespace. So if you currently have a website but you want to move it over there, you can do that. You can now transfer that. And so instead of working with multiple vendors to maintain your online presence, you can manage all your domain and billing settings in Squarespace with Squarespace and take advantage of their easy-to-use DNS interface. It has never been easier to sell products or services online. Squarespace allows you to easily manage your products, orders, and inventory. But because you are a Death Battle cast viewer, we want you to go check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, you go to squarespace.com/deathbattlecast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/deathbattlecast to save 10%. Thanks, Squarespace. You guys should go do it. Go make a website. Make that website that you've been thinking about. Like, you like tattoosonicpeople.com.
Yeah. Now it's time for what's going on. This segment is brought to you by cups with Rooster Teeth branding on it. Don't you want a flower with randomly assorted letters on it?
I don't think you're allowed to shill anything that close to an ad read.
Damn it. Fuck. Anyway.
Hey, real quick. It's time for what's going on.
This
Flawless.
is brought to you by
I hate that we're not live for that.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna do that. Something happened, and now they're gonna fix it in post, and you'll never know. And it would have been great for those live viewers. But anyway, now you don't know, and I'm sorry, and all you're left is a feeling of loss about something you'll never understand.
Just ask us on Twitter, it'll be fine.
Tell your therapist
We're gonna
it's called
forget by the time
fear of
they
missing out, right? Fear of
That
missing out.
FOMO.
We're way too happy about
missing out.
how this is gonna be. What?
Yeah, we're also missing out on Stan Lee's presence.
I know.
That's true.
Because unfortunately, he has passed away. Even though for a while there, it felt like he would just be immortal.
I know, right?
He was never gonna go away. It just, I don't know, it kind of felt like, oh, for some reason I never expected that, even though it was like 95.
Right.
Which is crazy. But yeah.
It's because you keep seeing him pop up and stuff, and like I got concerned too when they announced that they were block shooting his cameos.
Yeah,
for, like
well,
all
he
the
was having
upcoming
some health
films.
problems the past
Right.
year, so.
And I was just like, oh man, like, because he seems like just such a fun and wacky dude, and like, I'm not gonna lie, that was like one of the things that was on my list was to always like to hopefully meet Stan Lee. And I was like, with our job and what we do, and like it wasn't like a crazy, unrealistic possibility. Like it totally could have happened, and I was really hoping to do that. And now it's just like, oh man.
Yeah.
That can never happen. I can never like shake the dude's hand and thank him for like all the joy and stuff that he's brought to so many childhoods and like mine. And then obviously like, dude, we wouldn't have a job. I'm gonna be super real. Like,
Yeah.
like a very large part about what we do is in thanks to Marvel Comics, as well as DC and these other IPs that people want to see throw down. But it's these characters, that people bond with. They want to understand more. They want to see like them fight and who would win. That's what Death Battle is about. And so it's just, man, it's crazy and sad.
Do you think Stan Lee would approve of the way we've portrayed his characters in Death
Well, see,
Battle?
that's what I always want. I was really hoping to be able to meet him so I could ask
that
him
question.
about that, and be like, what do you think about it? And I think he'd probably be like, they're taking it too seriously, but
He'd be all like positive, yeah, the Hulk would. No, that's a bad example.
The Hulk would
The Hulk lost the one that-
would get ace.
no, you just the one you bring up is that
I know. Well,
stands
Maybe
with the
Captain
Hulk
Amer-
now.
Black Panther.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
That's a good
There
one.
we go.
Yeah,
Man.
Black Panther.
Yeah, Wakanda forever.
I feel like Stan Lee in his own right was kind of like another Walt Disney, where he was, at least as far as we were concerned, he just seemed to just exude positivity and bottomless appreciation for fans. And that's, I mean, obviously Walt Disney passed before I was born, but everything that I've come to understand about how he was, at least in the public eye, it kind of sounds like Stan Lee is a modern day equivalent to that. Not to mention his just overall impact on like modern pop culture and entertainment and all that kinds of stuff. And
Yeah.
generations to come are going to have a lot to owe to Stan Lee.
Yeah, and there's some stuff in the past too about like a lot of things that he did was to look out for himself, and there's something, but you know, everybody's got their bumps in their career and stuff. But yeah, generally like, but I know you're talking about like even in like how old he was, like would still like do longer autograph sessions and would be happy to stop and talk to a fan, you know, like that kind of stuff's really cool.
When he was a businessman.
Yeah,
Like originally when he was brought in, it was like as a marketing person to come to Marvel to say, hey, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to compete with DC on the same level. What do we need to do to change the business so that, you know, that works?
You know what one of my favorite Stan Lee cameos is of all time?
What's that?
Mallrats.
Yeah, I do.
Kevin Smith movie. If you haven't seen Mallrats, anyway, the main character is like, I guess he's like the main character's buddy,
Right,
or whatever, is like obsessed with comics, and like he runs a comic shop in the mall, and like Stan Lee, or maybe he just frequents the comic shop in the mall. It's been like that, but Stan Lee is there or whatever, and his whole thing is he's like, his kid just keeps asking about like superhero genitalia. He's like, so I gotta ask you like about the Thing. Is his dork like rock too? And like if so, like how does that work? Like, you know, it's like
So offended.
yeah, but man, it's crazy. It's sad.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Oh yeah, there it is.
Constantly.
That's the scene?
Yeah.
Like Stan Lee gives them some advice on like what's going on with like their relationship and things, but then also he just starts asking about superhero dicks.
It's funny.
That's a great idea for a scene.
Yeah.
I know Stanley does have, he did some YouTube videos about just his personal life and his opinions and stuff, and he did do a video about versus matches.
Oh, did he really?
Yes, called Steve's Rants, or Stan's Rants.
Who's
I
Steve?
was like, who the fuck is Steve, man?
I don't know why I called him
Steve
Stan's
Lee.
Rants, the author of the thing that I'm writing for.
Stevely of him to say that.
So Stan's Rants. And basically what it says is, one question I'm always asked, who would win in a fight? Who would win in a fight between the Galactus and Hulk, or Thor and Iron Man?
I know that feel, Stan.
And there's one question for that, and anybody should know this answer. The person who'd win in a fight is the person that the scriptwriter wants to win.
Yep. Well, actually, Stan.
Well,
No.
specifically, these are his characters,
I know,
right?
I
So he's
know,
saying,
I know.
if I'm writing a story about the Thing from the Fantastic Four and he gets into a fight with Spider-Man, then, and millions of people out there are asking who would win. Well, it depends on who I want to win if I'm writing the script. If I want Spider-Man to win, he'll win. If I want the Thing to win, he'll win. And it's interesting because that's, you know, from the writer's perspective, making the story about these characters, and then if you think about our relationship with that and how we have to now take this information and turn it into an argument for why those characters would win,
Yeah.
even though when it really comes down to it, it's all the writer's just writing what he wants to write
Right.
to make an interesting story.
Yep.
So there's just this like complicated relationship there that we kind of have to just deal with, because that's like with Death Battle, because that's just how writing works.
I wonder if anyone ever asked him about Death Battle.
There had
I would
to
love-
have been at least one fan of Stan Lee that went up to him at some autograph session and was like, yo, I saw that Death Battle, you know, where Spider-Man beat Batman. What'd you think about that? And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Here, let me sign that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we've had
Be cool.
both Marvel and DC writers reach out to us before,
Yeah,
or at
that's
least
true.
post like on Twitter and stuff before about
Yeah.
like, oh, they did a really good job presenting the characters. Totally agree, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So
Like that dude who wrote for Iron Man and Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
I was like, yes!
Yeah, that was the one. I remember that.
I would be very surprised if Marvel would like Stan Lee's also like a big icon person. So I don't know if Marvel would have allowed him to talk about something like Death Battle per se, like something using their characters and whatnot. But you know,
Well, and
I don't know. I
would just love to hear his opinion on it. That was all.
into-
What if
fan-created works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What if secretly one of those commenters on
The
news
whole
who's-
time?
who's been like, Screw Tech has a DC
Oh,
bias. What if it was what
Goku
if it
should
was
have
Stan
won.
Lee?
Love Stan Lee. Like, sorry.
What if one of them
It's like-
claimed to be Stan Lee and nobody believed them?
One of the most
But
like
it actually was.
one of our most like recurring commenters, and then suddenly they just disappeared. We're like,
Oh man.
Now
Okay,
you brought it
that
down.
just reminded me. Hey, is Christian in there? So
damn it, Christian.
I guess Christian was taking the news pretty hard, and then Ben Ernst went up to him and just like definitely made like a too soon Infinity Gauntlet joke about.
Man.
That's rough.
I was hoping
Yeah,
Christian would tell that story. Oh well.
That was one thing about Stan Lee, though, and they had a little thing on NPR that actually one of the writers of Genlock locally, Evan Narcissus, was kind of the expert that they were talking to. But like Stan Lee is just as much a character now as Spider-Man is.
That's true.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, like whether or not Marvel will allow him to kind of comment on that stuff, I feel like Stan Lee as a character, probably not. Stanley Lieber, who is actually who Stan Lee was, maybe. Maybe he would
Absolutely.
break character and be able to talk about that stuff. But as the Stan Lee Excelsior, like
Yeah.
I doubt they would want him to kind of
He
throw his
presented
hat in that.
himself as a character.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and he would even write him. He and eventually wrote himself into some comics as like Stan Lee and plus the movies and all that stuff too.
Yep.
So
Man, what a legacy.
yeah, it's
Yep.
crazy.
And a legacy that will not be forgotten anytime soon.
Yep.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Stan Lee is one of the most popular characters that we've seen requested for a death battle, and it's Stan Lee. Oh man! Like, it's not
I
like a
just feel
fictional
like
character.
that would be in bad taste to
Well,
do that.
No, I'm not
now.
saying put him in a death battle. I'm just saying like the fact that he is requested more often than so many like actually fictional characters.
Yeah, like Bravestar. Nobody suggests Bravestar, but I'm down if you guys are. His horse stands up and pulls out a shotgun. It's fucking awesome. Anyways,
Man.
Well, I need to know more.
yeah, I was like,
I don't get many opportunities to talk about Bravestar. It's
sure
got a
love those
great-
wasn't
80s
an
cartoons.
opportunity.
kinda,
it
yeah,
wasn't.
like-
You just
I
made
made
it.
it happen.
Create it.
All right, and it's got a great theme song too.
Don't
Okay.
do it. Don't do it.
Puma was a weird choice. I feel like they should have gone with like Cheat or something, but like they just really wanted to hammer in that Native American vibe, and they're like Puma. Anyway, whatever, you'll see. Look up Bravestar. It's great.
All right. Well, now I think it's time to talk about an out of context comic book panel.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Yeah. We've got one of those prepared. It's been a little while. Let's go ahead and bring that
A
up.
hot minute. Oh boy. The makeup wax is quickly rubbed off.
Let go of me.
Quiet or Papa Spank.
What?
Really?
What?
Is that not?
This is
Okay, so I'm told that this is a real or not real thing, like real or fake. We gotta
okay.
determine whether or not it's real or fake.
This looks like not just old Batman, but ancient Batman. Like
I was gonna say like it
almost
almost seems
looks-
like a translation. Quiet or Papa Spank?
I think it's legit.
Wait, is that a woman?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
a
woman.
woman.
That's a woman.
Time to play. Is that a woman or a Robin?
Oh no.
That would be
Oh no, on so many levels.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna go with yes. I do think it is legit. His thumb is really weird though. It looks more like he has like
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
five fingers.
I didn't
and
even
then there's a
notice.
thumb hidden.
It does.
That is not a thumb.
Yeah,
It's just
but it's
super long.
pretty.
All I can see is this weird Batman claw hand.
Pretty weird. It's pretty weird.
Yeah, that's
And
that
look
isn't
at
a
the
thumb.
size of his hand compared to hers.
I know.
Jesus.
Well, he is a 6 foot whatever superhero man. I don't know.
Big gloves.
I'm
big
trying to
hands.
justify
Did Batman ever
something.
have a daughter?
he
Ooh.
in
I want to say he.
I don't think he did, but the closest thing that I can think of was there was that female Robin in Batman or The Dark Knight Returns. I can't remember her
no.
name. That's the closest thing I can think of, though.
I mean, technically, Damien. You know, he's a little bitch. So.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Damian Wayne, come on.
Would Batman put a towel to Damien's face and say, "Quiet or Papa spank."
Yeah, probably.
Would Batman
Apparently, he
say,
had a daughter with
Probably.
Selena Kyle named Helena Wayne.
Okay,
Bam. He's banging Catwoman.
so that's possibly because that's honestly the only. I cannot imagine him saying that in any other situation.
What if it was like a
Batman.
really old story that no one remembers, kind of like when Superman adopted Jimmy Olsen?
That's why I was wondering if he had a daughter in some forgotten story.
All right, let's see. Real or
So,
fake?
Real or fake?
I'm going to say real,
Real.
even though it's...
Track record on this show of doing this, I'm going to say it's real.
I'm gonna say fake.
Okay.
I don't trust it.
I want you to
I don't trust it.
I want you to be
All right,
correct.
let's see if it's real or fake. Oh my God, it is.
Yes!
Okay.
Do we have any idea
Have we
how
ever had a
old?
fake panel on the show? Like, I feel like
Yes,
we're due for one.
we have, but a lot of times they are real. When they're real
I guess
incredulous
that's
and you're like,
kind of the point.
surely that couldn't be real, that's when it usually is.
Shit. Well, all right. That's crazy. All right, quiet or Papa smack. Spank.
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 I mean,
You
kind of the same thing. It's mostly where it's targeting.
So
Can you
you're just
imagine the Zack Snyder movies where they have to give Batman that line?
Quiet.
Like, quiet or Papa
Papa
spank.
spank.
It's like a Whose Line Is It Anyway game where they have to work in a certain line into a scene somewhere.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting challenge.
I want to take a Christian Bale scene where it's just like really hard to understand and just subtitle it.
There you
With
go.
him and Bane.
Quiet, Papa spank. You're just like,
or Papa spank.
God.
No, you put it in Batman Begins where he's like where the other drugs are going. He like picks up Flask or whatever, and he's hanging upside down in the rain. Quiet or Papa spank. You didn't say anything, Batman. You just picked him up off the street.
All right, it's time for the community death battle.
Sure.
Weird turn.
Yo, I legit thought that said Incineroar versus Lemon for a second, and I was like, what?
Just a,
Never
a
good.
Just
common
a normal lemon. We're
Yeah.
just gonna
The O is
chuck
silent.
lemons at him. But yeah, Incineroar, Pokemon versus Leomon, the Digimon. The
Leomon.
Battle of the Cats. And Leomon's been around for a while. Incineroar is a much newer addition to the Pokemon universe, but he's in Smash, which is awesome.
His crotch is on fire.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a wrestling belt, but
I know,
yes, his crotch
but-
is definitely on fire.
Okay.
And Leomon wears pants.
So
he's got
you know
that
he has to be hiding something.
Yep.
It could be
All right.
more fire.
So, as with every community death battle, we reach out to you guys to see what you think
Why do I say
about the
things?
match and who you think should win. We have an answer for Incineroar from Finton Majora. And he says, in the canon, Incineroar can beat Machamp, the same Pokemon
Everyone
that
goes
can
this
punch.
damn Machamp.
Well, because he's the Pokemon that can punch 1,000 times in 2 seconds, punch others over the horizon, and move mountains with one arm. Machamp even has the type advantage against Incineroar because he's dark. Incineroar's Z move is adding extra salt. Leomon will be incinerated. All right.
This damn Machamps.
What
dude.
is it?
That's
What is
scaling
this?
Machamp, but he's specifically calling out a point in, I don't know if it's the show or the game.
Yeah, that's what I was about
where
to ask.
Incineroar beats Machamp.
I would guess the anime, just a guess. But I haven't ever played Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. Only OG Sun and Moon.
I don't know if
So
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Because I played
anybody
the Sun
having-
or Moon or whichever one, and I don't remember if there's a specific point where somebody uses a Incineroar against Machamp, but I don't know. We'll just take your word for it.
Let's see the next
All
one.
right, yeah, for Leomon from Ryan Cumberton. We got Leomon wins this. Not only is he bigger, smarter, and stronger, but he also goes toe-to-toe with Digimon that are at God-level amounts of power, like destroy a whole universe strong. And I ain't lying when I say that he has years of fighting experience and knowledge.
I love that so many people are working in these puns. It's great. Yeah, so Leomon is a Digimon? Yeah, Leomon wins. Digimon are so much more overpowered than
Leomon
Pokemon.
is champion levels. That's around the level of like Greymon. He's not crazy powerful. Per se.
What's his universe thing then? If he's not crazy powerful.
What do you mean? What's his universe?
He's fought universe scale.
like with groups of Digimon.
Yeah.
He usually dies. To be perfectly honest, Leomon's thing
Okay.
is that whenever he shows up, he kind of dies at some point.
Does he have a sword?
Yes, he does.
Yes,
Okay. How
Leomon.
big is the sword?
Definitely long enough to skewer that cat.
I'm just saying, you can skin a cat pretty good with a sword.
Can you?
From experience?
Yeah,
Sean?
so
Maybe.
psycho, you just skinning cats?
What are you doing with
I don't have to admit to anything on this podcast. I'm just making. As an objective observation.
Cool, that's a thing in your lore now. You're like, hey, Sean skins cats.
With medieval weapons.
Yeah, with longswords.
Maybe.
Okay.
You don't know.
He's just embracing it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the fire cat.
Why?
It replaced Banjo.
Now he's gonna go with Liamon.
I'm going with Leomon.
Liamon.
Leomon for sure.
All right. Did you throw in Leomon, or what you did?
Yeah, I feel like Liamon.
Okay.
Okay, looking at moves for Leomon, I'm seeing if he's got anything. I mean, it's mostly just like fighting moves. He doesn't have any special crazy thing where he could like suck the life out of an opponent.
Does he have a move where he skins a cat?
Does he have a move that specifically kills Incineroar, or somebody who?
Oh, wait, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, geez, right here. It's called Incineroar Destruction. Wow, that's crazy.
What are the odds? What an oversight in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're basically talking about two giant wrestling cats beating each other up. One has a sword and one has crazy fire powers. So I think the fire powers are going to win because it gives them a range advantage.
All right, you're the only person who voted for that.
Am I?
Yep, we all voted Leomon while you were looking shit up.
God damn it. Well, all right.
You were wrong once. Will you be wrong
See if I'm
again?
wrong this time. Let's go ahead and bring up the poll.
Come on, community!
Yeah! Incineroar wins.
Damn
It's
it.
official. I'm right,
What have you done,
as always.
community?
Boo, community. At least we're not. At least Sam's not here, calling you guys horrible things. I love and appreciate every single one of you, except for those that voted for Incineroar.
So
That's
64% of you.
Yeah, that's
60% of them.
60% of them can go.
So the majority of them can go, but you love 40% of them.
I just love
36% of you
40%
agree.
more.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, for next week's community death battle, actually 2 weeks because we're pre-recording, so this is going to be like an extended community death battle. I'll give you guys plenty of time to dig into these characters and find out who you think should win, and that's probably a good thing because these characters have a lot of lore behind them.
Cool.
She-Ra
Yes!
versus
Fitting.
Wonder Woman.
This is what I wanted to do. Our original was when we knew we were going to bring Wonder Woman into a matchup, and so we did Wonder Woman versus Thor, but I really wanted it to be She-Ra, so I'm really excited because the new Netflix series just came out. April was already texting me being like, Kira got home. And I told you guys I had showed Kira She-Ra, like the OG one, and she like really got into it. So she got home and saw there was a new She-Ra, and April's like, she just texted me being like, Kira's like freaking out. She was super excited. So I'm like, yes! Though I did have a moment where I'm like, oh, she started watching it without me? So, yeah.
Yeah, the new She-Ra, I watched some clips of it. I want to give, a couple episodes a shot, but from the clips that I've seen, like, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Looks really neat.
Who's the studio behind it? What else have they done? Is it?
No.
It's not the same team behind. I keep wanting to say Thundercat Voltron.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
going to
it's
say
not the same.
Thundercats Roar.
No. It's probably not. It's a very different art style.
It's from DreamWorks and
Cool, I've never heard of them.
Sound real.
yeah, I don't know.
The most easy to remember animation studio.
spelled UUUUWA.
I think it's just some small division of DreamWorks somewhere.
The DreamWorks thing, I think, was
Close enough.
part of the reason why part of me was wondering if it had anything to do with Voltron, because there is that.
Oh yeah,
Connection,
that's
yeah.
true. That's true.
Anyway.
Yeah, I watched the transformation sequence as well, and it's like fucking killer.
I've seen like almost nothing.
Oh,
from
so
it.
cool looking.
I've only seen the art. I saw the statue in New York Comic Con. I really want to hear the intro because I think they're gonna do a different one, and I don't. I want to.
Yeah.
I like when they do like a re-inspired one. You know, where it
Well-
has nods to the original, but you're gonna tell me it's changed, isn't it? It's totally different.
I mean, don't expect the old She-Ra theme.
She-Ra.
Like, that's the one thing that I'm kind of like, I really wish
I love it-
played during the transformation, because the She-Ra
Yeah.
theme's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
It's so much better than the He-Man one. Like,
Pretty
it's
good.
so good. But,
He-Man just the He-Man transition.
well, he's got the like, da 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 da
Yeah.
whatnot. But like the She-Ra one just like gets you pumped when you listen to it. It's awesome. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let us know who you think would win between She-Ra. Either one, really. Let's just composite it because the new She-Ra doesn't have a whole lot to work with, so why not? Versus Wonder Woman, who has tons of stuff to work with. So yeah, we'll just do that. Whoever you think would win, let us know using hashtag DeathMetalCast on Twitter. You guys got 2 whole weeks to come up with an argument and a good pun that we'll share on the show in the episode after Thanksgiving. So we'll figure out what we're going to do for Community Death Battle next week because it'll be probably something a little fun and different than normal. But until then, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We really appreciate all of you. We'll see you later.